Here's the thing about being a handyman. Half the battle isn't skill, it's having the right gear backing you up. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a weekend warrior who lives for Saturday projects, a great tool doesn't just speed things up, it changes how you feel about the work itself. Today we're walking through an incredible lineup of must-have tools that belong in every serious toolkit. These are the kind of picks that solve real problems, the ones that make you stop mid-project and think, where has this been my whole life? No fluff, no filler. Let's dig in. Small package, serious performance. That's the AVID POWER Compact Router in a nutshell. A 1.25 horsepower motor drives this little beast, but what's impressive is how manageable it feels in hand. 6 variable speed settings let you match the tool to the material, whether you're trimming laminates or carving decorative profiles into hardwood. Bit changes are quick, depth adjustments are precise, and the included dust hood keeps your bench from disappearing under a cloud of fine particles. It's the kind of tool that feels intuitive from the first pass. Flush trimming, edge profiling, detailed inlay work, it handles it all, with a control and finesse that feels well beyond what you'd expect for the size. If you've ever fought a sheet of plywood with nothing but a circular saw and sheer willpower, you already know the pain. Enter the Milescraft TrackSaw guide, the upgrade your saw didn't know it needed. This universal system clamps rigid aluminum rails to your workpiece, giving you a perfectly straight path to follow every single cut. It's compatible with most circular saws running up to a 7.25-inch blade, which means no new equipment required. You just align the track, power up, and let the saw do what it was born to do. The results are clean, straight, and repeatable. For anyone doing regular sheet goods work, the money saved on botched cuts alone makes this one of the smartest investments you can make early on.
Fitting stair treads is one of those jobs that looks simple until you're standing there with a gap on one end and a miscut piece at your feet. The Woodpecker stair tread template tool eliminates that whole cycle. This adjustable gauge spans between walls, capturing both the exact length and any angle variations at each end simultaneously. Lock it in place, transfer it to your material, trace it, and cut. Perfect fit, first try. It extends from 17 all the way to 64 inches, making it just as useful for fitted shelving as it is for a full staircase. True to Woodpecker's form, it's crafted from machined aluminum and built to hold its settings reliably. What used to eat up an entire afternoon of trial and error now takes minutes. That's the definition of a tool worth owning. Kreg built their reputation for joinery, but their Ionic drive angle grinder proves they've got much bigger ambitions. This 20V cordless grinder runs on a brushless motor that stays efficient and cool even when you're pushing it hard through metal or aggressive stock removal. What separates it from the pack is 6-speed control, a feature most grinders don't even offer. That dial-in precision makes a massive difference when you're switching between rough grinding and fine material work on wood. 3 adjustable handle positions mean you're always working at a comfortable angle, no matter the task. If you're already on the Kreg 20V platform, this grinder slides right into your lineup like it was always meant to be there. A seriously well-engineered tool in a category that usually gets by on brute force alone.
Detail work demands a detailed tool. The Hardell mini cordless rotary tool is roughly the diameter of a thick marker, which makes it exceptional for tasks where precision trumps power. Engraving, light carving, polishing small metal parts, fine sanding in tight spots, this is where it shines. 5 speed settings give you flexibility without complexity. USB charging means it goes anywhere and tops off from any power bank. The quiet motor and compact body make it easy to control for extended sessions without fatigue. It's one of those tools you originally buy for one specific job and then end up grabbing constantly for 20 other things you never anticipated. Pocket-sized convenience with genuinely useful capability. Woodworking at the highest level isn't just about tight joinery, it's about proportions that feel right. The Woodpecker's Fibonacci gauge gives you access to the golden ratio, that time-tested mathematical relationship found throughout nature and fine design.
3 synchronized arms maintain a constant 1 to 1.618 ratio as you open and close the gauge, letting you find balanced proportions for any element of your project. Drawer placement, leg thickness, panel divisions. Made from aircraft-grade aluminum, it's as refined as the designs it helps create. It won't help you cut straighter or drill faster, but it will help your finished work look like it was designed by someone who truly understands visual harmony. That's the quiet competitive edge every woodworker wants. Drawing a perfect arc freehand is a gamble. Nailing it with a makeshift trammel is slightly better. The Steel Roto-tape compass eliminates both headaches by converting your existing tape measure into a precision beam compass. Attach it to the tape, set your radius, and the rotating mechanism lets the tape spin freely as you sweep, maintaining exact consistency throughout the arc. It's ideal for laying out round tabletopes, curved trim, arched entries, or any project where eyeballing it just won't do. It fits in your tool belt, costs almost nothing compared to specialty layout tools, and works with the tape you already carry, a brilliantly simple accessory that adds an entirely new dimension to a tool you use every single day. That dark, unreachable spot where screws, sockets, and fasteners go to disappear. The Kool telescoping magnetic pickup tool is your retrieval system. An extendable, flexible neck puts a powerful magnet wherever your hand can't follow, and 3 integrated LED bulbs illuminate the target so you know exactly what you're grabbing. The 360-degree swiveling head lets you snake around corners and through tight gaps with ease. Holding strength reaches up to 5 pounds, which means it's not just for small screws. It'll confidently pull a hefty wrench out of an engine bay. It clips to your pocket like a pen, so it's on you whenever the inevitable happens. Low-tech in concept, high impact in practice, the kind of tool you'll rely on more than you ever expected.
Anyone who's ever nicked a wire trying to strip cable jacket knows that frustration runs deep. The Knipex comm strip removes that frustration entirely. Designed to handle both round and flat cables cleanly and consistently, it applies just enough pressure to slice through the outer sheath without touching anything underneath. The ergonomic grip fits naturally in the hand, and the blades, sharp and durable in the way only German-engineered tooling can be, deliver a clean result every single time. It fits comfortably into junction boxes where space is at a premium. It's a small, specific tool that does its one job flawlessly. And in electrical work, that's exactly what you need. Precision, safety, and speed rolled into one elegant package. A crowbar is just a crowbar, until it's the Aux Pro. Drop-forged steel construction means this bar will outlast most of the projects you use it on. But the real difference is in the details. The back end doubles as a hammer face for driving stakes or tapping framing into position. The beveled, polished claws bite cleanly under nail heads and slip into tight gaps without needing brute force. The non-slip grip absorbs vibration that usually rattles your hands numb on a full metal bar. Whether you're prying up old subfloor, pulling nails from salvaged lumber, or demolishing a partition wall, this bar feels planted and powerful in your hands. It's the rare tool that you buy expecting it to work, and somehow it still exceeds expectations. Buy it once, use it for decades.
Layout work is only as good as your reference tools, and the Britton Square is a reference tool that earns its place at the top of the bag. It handles rafter angles, miter wrap, roof pitch, post layout, and metalwork with equal confidence. 2 level files, a bullseye bubble, and a pivoting arm with a quick lock mechanism let you nail almost any angle quickly. 21 indexed positions snap in cleanly with a single thumb press. The 10-inch heel gives it rock-solid stability on any surface, and the thick aluminum and stainless steel construction make it feel indestructible. It's the kind of square that experienced tradespeople end up recommending to everyone they work with. Multi-purpose, dead accurate, and built to take whatever a job site throws at it. Hanging a door is the kind of task that starts with confidence and ends with frustration, usually from trying to prop, balance, shim, and drill all at once. Busy Bob solves that by acting as your second set of hands. Slide it under the door, chuck your cordless drill into the mechanism, and it lifts up to 265 pounds of door into position smoothly and safely. No back strain, no awkward balancing act, no second person required. It ships pre-assembled and ready to go right out of its canvas tote. When you need to release, just reverse the drill. One person, one tool, a job that used to take 2 people and twice the time. That's not just convenient, that's a game changer on any job site.
Tools are only useful when they're accessible, and the Klein Tools Modbox utility cart keeps everything organized and mobile. 500 pounds of capacity rides on 6-inch rubber wheels that roll comfortably over rough terrain, gravel, and the debris-covered floors of any active job site. The 39-inch working height means you're upright and comfortable while accessing your gear, not hunched over. Top shelf notches are designed to hold conduit and lumber stable while you measure and cut. Cup holders, compartments, phone slots — it's a surprisingly thoughtful layout that functions like a rolling base camp. Once you use a cart that's actually designed for how tradespeople work, going back to hauling bags and boxes feels absurd. Standard utility knives don't cut it when you're working with thick vinyl plank, heavy laminate, rubber flooring, or rigid siding. The Roberts Precision Cuts Pro is purpose-built for those materials. Steel-encased cam action and internal ball bearings create smooth, consistent cuts through materials that would bind or drag with lesser tools. An integrated guide bar locks in your angle, and the 4mm tungsten blade cuts cleanly and precisely without splintering or tearing. That blade is both resharpenable and replaceable, so it stays in service long-term. A built-in ruler gives you quick inch and millimeter references without hunting for a tape, and a built-in work light ensures you're always cutting exactly where you think you are. Clean results right down to the last millimeter. No cart setup is complete without quality lighting, and the Klein Tools Modbox area light raises the bar considerably. 1,000 lumens on high mode runs for 9 hours, more than enough for a full day's work. Drop it to low, and the runtime extends to 21 hours of softer ambient illumination. The light head rotates a full 360 degrees and mounts via magnet, hook, or nail, giving you total flexibility in how and where you position it. USB-C charging keeps it topped up quickly. IP rated for dust and water exposure and tested to survive a 9-foot drop, this is a light that's built for real conditions, not a warehouse photo shoot. It stays on and stays bright, so you can stay focused on the work. Any job that requires moving significant amounts of earth gets a major upgrade with the Makita 40-volt max cordless earth auger. Completely free of cords and gas, it still delivers up to 41 inches of depth and 8 inches of bore diameter without breaking a sweat. The brushless motor stays efficient under load, and a built-in torque limiter protects both the operator and the tool when the bit hits roots or rocks. Variable speed through a smooth trigger plus a soft start feature give you controlled entry into hard ground. For anyone doing regular exterior or landscaping work, a cordless auger with this kind of reach and power changes how you approach the whole project. Some fasteners have no room for error. Fiber optic connectors, precision electronics, delicate terminals. Over-tighten them and you've caused more damage than you were trying to prevent. The Tempo torque driver solves that problem with elegant simplicity. Twist the handle to dial in your desired torque up to 40 inch-pounds, and it physically stops driving the moment that threshold is reached. No guessing, no stripping, no cracked housings. A built-in magnet tip captures screws before they can walk away. The whole package comes in a rugged carrying case because this is clearly a precision instrument, not just a convenience item. Use it once on a sensitive application, and it immediately becomes something you trust completely. Quiet, accurate, and exactly as reliable as a tool like this needs to be.
Running cable on a job should be straightforward. What it usually is instead is a wrestling match with a reel that wants to spin, twist, kink, and tangle all at once. The Kabelmat Trombone 500 ends that fight. Simply roll your reel into the holder. No lifting, no setup drama, and pull cable as needed. It feeds smoothly and consistently without coiling back or creating slack-induced tangles. The design handles reels up to 140 kilograms, covers both standard and winder spool setups, and works equally well in the shop or out on site. Wheels make repositioning effortless. It sounds almost too simple to be this effective, but that's exactly the point. Cable management shouldn't be a battle. With this tool, it isn't. Sometimes the ceiling just isn't cooperating, and a standard ladder isn't the right answer. The Werner 6-foot steel rolling scaffold gives you a mobile, stable elevated workspace that moves with the job. Platform height adjusts in 2-inch increments, casters lock firmly when you're in position, and the powder-coated steel frame handles the rigors of daily use without complaint. Hanging drywall over a stairwell, running wiring along a tall ceiling, painting a vaulted room, all of it becomes manageable from a stable, wide platform rather than a ladder rung. The locking pins hold their position reliably, and the whole unit breaks down and stores neatly when the job is done. One-person setup, serious stability, and the kind of confidence at height that makes everything above your reach suddenly feel within it. And that wraps up our look at 20 standout tools every serious handyman should know about. There's something in this list for every type of project, whether you're doing fine woodworking, rough construction, electrical work, or landscaping. If any of these caught your eye, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you catch the rest of our top 30 list when it drops. Until next time, work smart, stay safe, and build something great.
Thanks for watching our video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share with your friends if you found our video helpful. Subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this.